Ladles and jelly spoons, welcome back to Badgerworks. Today, this. This is a box, as you can see. You might be thinking, this is the fool finally taking leave of his senses. No, there is method in my madness. This box was delivered to me recently, and it's come to me by way of Hornby, who make the trains and things. And the reason they have sent me this box, this isn't a sponsored video, by the way. There's a competition that they're running, and I have been asked to participate in this competition. And it's to promote a new line of steampunk themed train accoutrements that they're doing under the name of I don't know if it's Bassett, I don't know if it's Lowke or Locke, but anyway I'll call it Bassett-Lowke. So what they've done is they've basically asked people to take part in this competition, and the idea is to build a diorama using some of their products. So they have sent me this stuff for free, but like I said, this is not a sponsored video. This is just, it's a competition that I'm taking part in. So I actually have no idea what's in this box. So yeah, where's Brad Pitt when you need him? Anyway, so I thought it might be interesting to open the box together. So let's get on with it. Okay, so there's a little tag here that says open, so I shall pull it. Right, let's have a look and see what we've got. Okay, that's just an advice note. Right, we don't need that. Right, focus, there we go. Paper packing, I like that, instead of plastic. Although, yeah, obviously there is. Right, so more paper. So, what have we got here? Right, let's get that out of the way. Ooh. Get out. That's quite handy actually. They haven't sealed that bag, so I can reuse it. So there we go. A steampunk locomotive. So yeah, there's the name there. So it's Bassett, I don't know if it's Lowke or Locke, or even Low-Key. Might be Low-Key, I don't know. So we've got here Leander, Adderstone's Co-op Commandos engine, Fearless, Boston Gray's Hatter's engine, and then this one, which is Rogue, Lady Tryphenia Lovelace's Diesel Dames engine. And then there's various other bits as well. Thermopile Impulsion T-Coach, Difference Engine Factory Coach, Darjeeling Crate Wagon, Hatter and Milliner Wagon, Dinosaur Hatchery Wagon, I like that, and Goggle Polisher Wagon. Yeah. Also available are a range of steampunk resin buildings, figures, paints and accessories. Visit Bassett-Lowke for details. Okay, let's have a look at it. There we go. Oh, well, it's well packaged, I'll give it that. Right, operating and maintenance instructions. Okay. 12 volt DC. So it's good to know that it's 12 volt, because never connect the locomotive directly to the mains electricity supply. Yeah, because it's going to go bang. Electric motor of the locomotive is designed to be operated from a variable 12 volt DC power supply only. This should be obtained by a suitable power controller operated via the supplied power unit plugged into a normal domestic electricity supply. Right, okay, well we don't need to worry about that for now. Okay, so how do we get this thing out of here? I'm assuming there must be some, I think, hang on. Right, I'm with it. There we go. Oh, blimey, it's got some gravity to it. It's been a long time since I've done anything with model trains. God, this thing weighs a ton. Well, it's not too bad, is it? But yeah, so this is our little rogue locomotive, and we're going to build a little diorama for it to sit on. Right, so this is the other box they sent me, which is considerably larger, as you can see. So let's see if we can get this one open. Nice box, I'll give them that. Oh, oh, there we go. Right, oh look, all manner of goodies in here. Right, right, let's get that out. Let's get rid of the box for a minute. Oh, just talk among yourselves for a minute. Right, now, what have we got here? Oh, this is lots of stuff. It's well packed anyway, I'll give them that. Oh, there's some track in there I can see already. Right, now I've got to be careful opening this, I don't damage anything. There's no shortage of tape. Right, what have we got here? This is a big thing. Stop laughing at the back. Ready built model, engine shed office. Oh, that's nice. Right, let's put that to one side. And that is a piece of track. We'll leave that in the wrapper for now. And we've got station extension. Okay, right, we'll have a look at that in a minute. And oh look, oh, this is all stuck in there. Ooh, weathering powder and paint. Cool. Right, let's have a look at these. Ooh, if I don't drop it all on the floor. Right, let's get rid of that. Oh, it's like Christmas, it's brilliant. Right, that's 240, whatever colour that is, and 253, and oh, and so much tape, and 243. Right, okay, we'll look those codes up in a minute. And this, well, this you can see it says weathering powder, which I must admit I'm quite intrigued by this. If I can actually get into the thing. Ooh, I like that. Chrome oxide, nice. Well, we'll certainly make good use of all of these. Right, let's bring the camera in a little bit closer and have a look in some of these boxes. Right, let's start with this one. So this is the station extension. I quite like these actually. I love that bee house, that's brilliant, I love that. Yeah. It's funny actually looking at all of these things, and I can see so many wonderful and interesting things you could do with them. So let's get this box open and have a look, because I am keen to see what's in here. Oh, oh, there we go. Oh, it's all in one bit. That's nice. Of course, it's got some gravity to it. I'll give you that. Whatever this is, this must be like cast resin or something, because it's quite heavy. Yeah, it is. It's cast resin. Oh, it's got glass in the windows. Look, that's fantastic. Oh, I see, and that must be how it fits onto the rest of the building. But yeah, I like that. It's nice. Good, excellent. Right. Nothing else in there, is there? No. Right, let's put that to one side. And let's have a look at this beast. Right, engine shed office, ready built model. Cool. Saved me some work anyway. Right, let's lift that up and take that out. Oh, oh, it doesn't want to come out. Right, okay, let's try doing it like this. There we go. Right. Let's put that to one side. Oh look, we can do the big reveal. That's a big old box for not very much inside it. That box could have been like half that size. I am one for, I don't like excessive packaging. Oh, but still, never mind. Oh, and also polystyrene. I have to hoover all this up later and get rid of it somehow. Let's have a look. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. Yeah, that's nice, that. And again, it's got the clear windows, so you can put something inside it, or you know, light it or whatever. Right, so we've got our engine shed or workshop shed. We've got our little extension building, which we can make something out of, and we've got our paint, which I must look up the codes for that in a minute. But that weathering powder, I'm quite interested by that. I think that's going to be fun playing with that. And we've got a piece of track, which is going to be useful because obviously we need something to put our engine on. And then of course we've got our locomotive as well. Let me get the loco, one sec. Right, there's our bit of track, and let's get the engine out of the box again. I mustn't call this a train because it's not a train, it's an engine. A train is what you get when you attach coaches to it. Why can't I get this box open anymore? Right. I do like the way this bit of plastic works, because it means you can put it back in the box when you're not using it and it stops it getting dirty. Right, and then we'll pop that on there. And there we go. So this is the beginnings of our diorama. So I'll have to have a little think about what we're going to do with this. I've got some ideas, but obviously now I've seen what they've sent, I might have to rethink some of it. But yeah, I think we'll have some fun with this. So let's get on with it. Right, so again, I apologise for the slightly disjointed nature of this video, but it's just I'm so pushed for time. I really don't have time to sit and film everything properly. So I've just built a little smoke machine. You've seen me build these before. I'll link to a video here somewhere of smoke machines. But this one is just made from one of these little plastic boxes you get from the pound shop. You get like 3 of them for £1. Or these might have come from Asda, I'm not sure, but something like that. So I've got a power supply here. This is basically one that I use. It has a 50 amp shunt in it, and it just lets me measure the current when it's going through. But it's actually powered by a variable voltage laptop power supply. You can buy them on eBay and stuff like that, and they come with a variety of different ends, and you can set the voltage on them, so you can use them for different machines. So this one's currently running at 12 volts. And the reason I've said it's 12 volt is because the components I'm using are all 12 volt. So I've got a 12 volt fan here. This is a relay, a 12 volt relay, and then I've got a little push switch. So basically this switch would never handle the load for the heating element. It would just burn out. So what I've done is I've run it through this. This is an automotive relay, so it's like what you put in a car. It's a 12 volt 20 amp relay. So I've got a little power distribution block here. So I've got 12 volts coming in from the power supply, and then it's bridged across it's basically, the reason I do this is so you don't have everything all connected in one spot. And so it's like if you want to add things or take things away or adjust things, you can do it as individual circuits rather than as one big mess of wires. So when I turn the power on, the fan is just wired straight to the power supply, so that will come on immediately. And then when I press the button, that will activate the relay, which will then send power from here to the relay, out of the relay, and into the smoke machine, and then everything shares a common ground. So let me show you. Right, there we go. So I've now got two smoke outlets that I can use for various features on the diorama. And of course, what I can also do, because this is all just stuff that you get for turn that off, it's a bit noisy. This is just like standard aquarium silicone hose and fittings like these. So what I could do if I wanted to have more outlets for the smoke, I could, for example, take one of these T-pieces, put it on one of these pipes, and split it off and go in different directions with it. So yeah, so that's the smoke machine done. So I can put this all to one side now and move on with the next bit. Onwards. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is this, which is an HO scale travelling dockside crane from Dapol. Made in the UK, which is interesting. Made in Wales using recycled plastic. Well done, good job. I've actually never heard of these people. But yeah, anyway. Again, because I don't have a great deal of time, I'm just going to kind of time lapse this. But we'll just take it out of the bag quickly and have a look at it and see what kind of state. It actually looks pretty good. And then I'm going to kind of time lapse it. So let's take this out and have a look. Big lump of flashing on there, but that's warped. There's quite a lot of flashing on it. I think this is made from old moulds. You'll probably find, because it mentions on the packet something about it being made originally by Airfix. So I think what it probably is they've like bought the moulds and then you know, used them to make these. But okay, let's get all these bits cleaned up. I'll put it together and then we'll see what it looks like. Oh, instructions, never useful. Oh, I just dropped it on the floor already. We haven't even started and I'm throwing bits on the floor. Where did that go? Oh, where did that go? Oh! There it is. Ah. Is that? Oh, I thought that bit was broken for a minute, but it's not. It's just, that's just the shape of it, yeah, because there's another one there, look. Right, anyway. Assembly instructions. Oh. Okay, that seems fairly straightforward. Right, I'll put this together and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I've just spent a couple of hours cleaning up all these bits. I'm just about to start putting this together, and I noticed this. This is a work light that goes on the front of the cab of the crane, and because I'm an idiot, I'm going to put a light in it. Specifically one of these, I don't know if you can see those, little tiny LEDs that are already pre-wired, because I have wired these things by hand and they are a nightmare. So I'm going to put one of those in it as well, which means I do need to make some minor modifications, but it shouldn't alter things too much. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this little dome off, drill a hole through it for the light to go in, and that'll be that. Fortunately, the front of the cab, wherever that's gone, the hole already goes all the way through, so that's fine. I've then got to go drill another hole through the base of the cab, which is fine because I can go straight through that bit there. And then I need to drill a hole through the spindle here for the wires to go through. So I'm going to do all that, and then I'm going to build the thing. So I'm not going to sit here and run through it all with you. It's all fairly self-explanatory, hopefully. But yeah, just so that's the plan. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that light until the end. So when I put it all together, I won't glue the roof on straight away. I'll put it all together and then just sit the roof on, and then I can take the roof off and get access to the inside to do all the wiring. So yes, time to start assembling this beast. So onwards. And while I'm just doing this, I'd like to give a little shout out to my top tier patrons, Amy, Howard, Edwin and Neil. Thank you very much for your support, guys. It is, as ever, much appreciated. Right, now one thing I am going to show you, just because I think it's worth looking at, there are some stanchions here for railings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of this. This is, oh, if I get it in front of the camera. This is Prim knitting in elastic. And I use this for rigging and stuff all the time. But it's also good for stuff like this. So what we're going to do is just get some super glue, and it's just cheap super glue from the pound shop. And we'll just put a little dob on there like that. And then we'll get the end of this elastic and just touch it on there, and it should stick. Like that. Right, now what we do, let's just put a little bit on the next one. And you don't need it like a bowstring, you just need to just put a little bit of tension on it just to take the slack out of it. Like that. Oh, and it didn't stick. The trouble is with this, you'll find sometimes it'll either stick immediately or it won't stick at all. But usually if it doesn't stick, it's because you've got too much tension on it. So, and we'll just go all the way round. And there's two on this. So there's one at the top and then one halfway down. And in fact we can probably go all the way to the end with this. And then, like I say, just take the tension out of it and just do that. And that's how you do your railings. So I'll do the rest of it and show you what it looks like. Right, so there we go. That's our railing installed, and obviously I've done the ones on the cab as well. So yeah. And the nice thing is that because they're elastic, if you do like jog it or anything, it won't. They do have some give to them. So yeah. So I will carry on and get the rest of this put together. Right, now I've got this here. This is a Mentos tin, not a sponsor, or tub I should say. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to use it to make like a smelter. So what I'm going to do is take the lid off. I may well cut the whole top of it off actually. And then I'm going to drill some holes in the bottom, and one of the holes will be for one of these straight fittings. So that will go in, and that will have the smoke machine pipe going to it. And then I'm going to put a couple more holes in it, and I'm going to put some orange LEDs in the bottom. I've got some 12-volt ones. And basically what they will do is they will illuminate the thing from the bottom, like backlight it. So as the smoke is coming out, they illuminate the smoke and make it look like it's, you know, hot. So I will clean this up, drill all the appropriate holes in it, and then come back and show you what it looks like. I'm also going to cover this, and there's something I want to try, and I'm not sure if it's going to work, but I'm going to give it a go, and hopefully I'll be able to show you something moderately impressive. Stop laughing at the back. Right, so I've just drilled 5mm holes in the bottom of this, and so this one goes in the middle, and it will fit, there we go, like that. And then these are 5mm LEDs. These are already pre-wired for 12 volts, so they're quite useful for this kind of thing. And they'll just go in like that. And the nice thing, obviously, with them being 12 volt, I can just run them straight. I don't have to put them through a voltage regulator. So that will go like that. And I'll have to figure out something to put inside it to like fill it up a bit, because I don't know, I'll figure that out when I get to that point. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wrap this, and I'm going to wrap it in this. This is some corrugated iron that I made out of tin foil. This is just a test piece I did just to see if it worked. But basically I'm going to put that round it like that, and I'll show you how I made this. It's actually very simple, especially if you have a 3D printer like I do. Now where did I put them? There they are. So what I did was I've just printed 2 of these. They're both exactly the same, and basically what you do is you take your bit of tin foil, and I'll just show you on this bit because it's easy enough. Put the 2 pieces together like that, and then just kind of do that, and you end up with tin foil, with tin foil corrugated iron, you see. So I'm going to go make some more of this, and we'll wrap it around that, and then we'll see about putting some paint and things on it to make it look a bit more, well, a bit more like a furnace. So, but that's come out quite well, and it was very easy. So we'll get that finished off, and I think after that we can start like laying out where everything's going to go, because that's going to be the tricky bit. So yeah, I'll get this done and then we'll do some layout. So I've cut a piece of the aluminium foil. This is 50mm wide, 170mm long, which should be long enough to go round our plastic tub. And so now, as I said before, we just put that on there and try and get it actually straight this time, because when I did the test pieces it was all well and good that it wasn't really straight, but this I actually want straight. So, and then just do that. There you go, you see. And then we should be able to just move that down, try and line it up straight again, or at least relatively straight. This is actually the first time I've used this thing in anger, so it's a bit... Yeah, I think we're getting there. Look at that, doesn't look bad. The one trouble is as you're doing it, it kind of curls up like that, which is not the end of the world, because I want to wrap it around something, but it's just slightly annoying because it just gets in the way. And what I don't want to do is like manhandle it too much and end up, you know, damaging it. Although I suppose it doesn't matter if it's a bit battered. I mean, I shouldn't think it's going to go on particularly straight. Anyway, I've just ripped a bit off, never mind. Right, and then move it down again, like that. I mean, obviously you can buy this stuff. You can, I think Evergreen is it? I think they do like plastic, like styrene versions of this, but it just seems like this is a much simpler way of, or a much cheaper way of doing it if you don't mind putting in a bit of effort. There you go, you see. That's our wriggly tin. So what I've got to do now is stick that on here, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that with some spray glue. So let's sort that out. Right, so this is 3M Super 77 spray adhesive. Good stuff. Quite expensive, but worth it. And what we're going to do is give this a coat of that. Like that. And now it's stuck to my finger, because obviously. Alright, you sit there for a minute. And then we'll get our tin foil. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to spray this side of it, so that as I wrap it round, it's less likely to stick. pull it too tight because I want to keep the... There we go. Right, we'll just put that to one side to dry for a while. But that doesn't look too bad, does it? Yeah, we'll let that dry and unmask it, and then we can put some paint on it. Ugh, sticky stuff. So again, I apologise for the disjointed nature of this video. I've got the base of the diorama roughed out now. I know what's going where. I've drilled, you can see I've drilled holes for the lights and everything. What I'm doing now, or what I'm going to do next, is basically attach the tracks and then start putting some flock and stuff on this. So I've got various bits here. This is some stuff, honestly, I've had this stuff like 40 years, but this is track gravel, and I bought this when I used to do miniature painting, and I say it must be 40 years old because I've had it for so long. So I've got that. I've also got some, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to use it or not, but coal, which I thought was quite handy. So we might put some of that on somewhere, if I can find somewhere to put it. And I've also got, how about this? Citadel modelling flock. And I'm going to use this to actually do like the paths and everything. So, yeah. So like I say, I've just laid it all out. And now I'm going to fix the tracks down and get flocking. So, stop laughing at the back. Onwards. Right, now I have a bit of a confession to make now. I just realised when I was doing this edit that after recording that last clip, because I was in such a rush to get it done, I actually didn't record anything else, which is slightly embarrassing. But basically, I stuck down the various, you know, flocks and the track gravel and all that kind of stuff. And basically what I did was I just painted the base with Mod Podge and then sprinkled the various coverings over the top and then let it dry. So it really wasn't anything too desperately exciting. I also painted some figures. These are ones that I've had for a long time, and they're 1/72 scale, so they're more or less accurate. But these are like an RAF ground crew set, I think from Airfix. But I bought them second hand, and they just came in a bag, so I don't know exactly what set it is, but I think it's the Airfix 1/72 ground crew set. So those are the figures. And then it was just a case of placing all of the buildings and the components and everything. The brass ingots were 3D printed. The wagons were 3D printed. The pallets were 3D printed, all from resin. And then just painted with rattle cans, basically. And then put in their various places. So, yeah, it's all came together quite nicely in the end. And so now I've kind of gone through that a little bit, we can wrap this up properly. And here is our finished article. I'm very pleased with how this came out, all things considered. This was, I actually had 3 weeks to build this, and I ended up, because of just other commitments, I ended up having to do it in a day. So I think it's come out pretty well, all things considered. One glaring error that I did make was the box for the base. I don't know what I was thinking, or I wasn't thinking, because when I made it 50mm high, which is kind of like a standard measurement I use for bases. And of course the smoke machine is 85mm high, so it didn't actually fit. So I ended up having to hide it behind the buildings. So I need to remake the box, but you know, that's why I didn't put any finish on the base, because I knew I was going to have to do it again. But apart from that, I think the things come out quite well. The smoke machine works very well. It adds a nice little practical effect to it, and obviously with the lights as well. So you can see the smoke machine doing its thing here. And I've taken a variety of pictures of it in a variety of lighting levels to you know, demonstrate the various effects. But yeah, I'm very pleased with how this come out. I didn't win the competition, unfortunately. To be honest, I didn't expect to. And seeing the pictures of the winning diorama on Instagram, yeah, I can see why. I mean, the guy did a really good job on the one that won, so, you know, hats off. But yeah, it was good fun, and it gave me an opportunity to do something that I've been thinking about doing for a long time, which is having a look at some sort of model train stuff without actually having to go through all the rigmarole of building like a big layout. So yeah, that was interesting, and for that I would like to thank Hornby for the opportunity. So yeah, it's all come out quite well, I think. So again, I apologise for the rather slapdash edit on this video, but hopefully it's given you an idea of what I was doing and what I was trying to achieve. And if you'd like to come and join us on Facebook, you're more than welcome to in the staff canteen, link in the description. And as always, I shall come and follow me on Patreon and help support my efforts if you feel so inclined. But in any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and who knows, we might do some more stuff with trains in the future. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.